Hey there guys, and welcome into Artemis Anarchy episode 41, where we're talking about what networking actually is for some of the people who don't know, the Central reboot, and what my plan is for content creation for the next 2 or 3 weeks. And let's just jump in, let's talk about it. And so as well, we'll start with the first topic. What is networking, right? So what networking actually is, and we'll get into more why that I'm talking about this in a minute, but networking within content creation specifically, because obviously I'm talking about content creation, networking, if you know what I mean. What networking actually is talking with, other creators, getting to know them getting to know you, talking about in content creation in general, like things that you're both interested in, blah 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 blah, and like just all that kind of stuff where you actually, have common interests and all that stuff, and you're not just sitting there hoping they follow you because you follow them. So basically what the opposite of follow for follow is. But it's also not just support for support or whatever that is, whatever you know what I mean, right? So basically why I'm saying this is because I've been seeing a lot of people like talking about networking when they only want the people to network with them, but they won't network, like they won't talk with others about it, if you know. Exactly, you talk and make friends, and your friends become your circle, which becomes your network, Like, there's a lot of people within my circle of friends and stuff. Yeah, exactly, like, we've not just, like, followed for followed. We've actually sat here, talked about it. Also, Citrus just subscribed, while we're doing this live, but, as per usual, I do have to do 5 push-ups, but I will do them after the podcast, and you guys on YouTube would just have to go and watch a VOD, And yeah, like Citrus just said, he's been subscribed a whole year, so you guys could come over and subscribe to Twitch, or you can hit that subscribe button down below. You know the deal. Anyway, yeah, so basically what the goal is of me talking about networking is for you guys to understand why I'm talking about this right now, and why I want to make sure that you guys understand what it is. So anyone who feels like they want to do content with me and stuff, they can come talk to me, they can come talk about it, and like talk about what common games we have in common, whatever, you know the deal. And I also just realized that on that side I need to change my logo. But yeah, we'll do that later. But basically, the whole networking thing, I've just been seeing a lot of people talk about it in the wrong way. So like, it's been more a one-way street for some people. Like, they wanted to network with others, but they only want those others to follow them, and they do nothing else. So basically baiting people into following them, almost. So yeah, like, that's what I feel is kind of a little scummy. So yeah, like, I don't know, I just don't like it when people do that kind of thing and stuff like that. And like, I just think it's generally very scummy. It's not the greatest for some people, and again, it's just taking advantage of people's like nature and stuff like that. Like, maybe they genuinely want to network with people, and you're just, fucking them over, basically, in other words. And it's like, it gets annoying to see after a while, because I've been seeing it a lot on TikTok, I've been seeing it a lot on Twitter today alone, never mind the last week. And like, I just want people to, yeah, exactly, taking advantage of the need for human interaction. Exactly, like, it's just like generally pretty scummy, and like, I don't know, I really don't agree with it. I would rather people actually network and actually get to know each other and then make content, like, again, people I could, especially groups I could use for this exact example is people like the Sidemen, Beta Squad. I'm trying to think of an American one that actually still works up well. We end up with people like this every year where people, yeah, exactly. People who think they're entitled to views and networks and stuff like that. But again, like I said, my two perfect example, well, my one perfect example, because I don't really watch Beta Squad that much, so I don't know a lot about them. But I will use the Sidemen because basically all of them were friends before they started making content together as a group. Like, they got to know each other online, IRL, all that stuff before they decided, hey, you want to make a group. That's basically what I've heard is the actual conversation that happened is they all met up in real life and just went, you guys want to make a group where we just do heaps of random content and shit like that? And now they're one of the biggest YouTube groups in the UK. And they're pretty international as well. Like they're known pretty internationally as well, and probably one of the best. Yeah, like they all kind of, you know, keep everyone in check. Everyone keeps everyone else in check and accountable and all that stuff. And basically, eventually, maybe, I want to do the exact same thing as the Sidemen. Like have a more big YouTube group and stuff like that we do, you know, daily content as much as we can and all that stuff. And one day I hope to get to that stage, but you know, that's a bit off, you know. And there's a lot more planning to do to that because I've got to plan my own content first as well as do stuff like that. But we will get there eventually. Again, the more content I start making, the better I'll have a chance of it. I just need to get things up here right first before I can fully commit. And obviously, right now I've still got fucking 2 jobs, and this is basically a 3rd full-time job on top of that. And you know, we've got to get certain things done before we can get content made. And obviously, like some people, especially if you've been in streams recently, you'll know that I'm saving up for an actual decent camera, and hopefully that should be within reach within the next month or 2. Hopefully. I'm trying not to sacrifice too much for it, but if there is necessary sacrifices, I am not telling you that, Citrus, because you know. Let's just say it's a decent bit. That's all I can say. Because obviously we're on Twitch, TOS can't really talk about how much I've made on Twitch. But as much as Citrus wants to help, you're not helping that much. Like, I know I make some pretty decent content, but not that decent, you know. But yeah, again, I know I'll have it within the next couple of months or two. So what, another couple of months after that couple of months? I don't know what that meant there, but within 3 or 4 months I should have the new camera. And obviously you guys will notice it here first. I will have an upgraded camera and all that stuff for stream, and it will be also a better camera for doing vlog type videos, skate videos, all that kind of other content that I wouldn't normally get to make. So that's also another reason why I'm getting a camera. But again, once I can travel a bit more and do all that stuff and get money for traveling and stuff like that, I will be doing a lot of content, and hopefully you guys will enjoy said content that I am planning before I get the camera. But I've got a mental note up here of what I'm doing. I've also got some ideas written down and stuff like that. And hopefully we can get some decent content, you know, out within the next year, and like, you guys should like it. I have a couple of ideas that require a decent amount of people IRL as well that I need to make content with, but when we're closer to the time of doing that, I will reveal a little bit more of what will be happening. It may come up in the podcast, it may not, you never know, but I will talk about it on YouTube. I will talk about it in the occasional like actual talking video that I usually do sometimes, which I will be actually doing a normal talking video within the next few weeks, I think, just so you guys can know what we're actually doing and stuff, like, other than the podcast. And obviously, I'm not sure if I mentioned this last week. I think I did, I just can't remember, but I will be changing the way that the podcast is going, so it won't just be me after episode 50. So episode 49 is the last solo podcast, and then every podcast after that will be me and someone else talking. It can either be IRL, and if not IRL, it's obviously going to be over internet and all that stuff. And yeah, it'll just be more of a casual thing. It might not be every week, it might be every 2 weeks or so, depending on people's schedules, depending on how quick I can do things and all that stuff. But yeah, I will probably keep the IRL ones until I move out, but we'll see, because it just makes it easier for me generally. But we'll eventually get that stuff sorted and all that stuff, just because it'd be so much easier for me. But yeah, because again, we've just got to figure stuff out as we go along, you know? Like, I'm not gonna put all my eggs in one basket anyway. But yeah, I've got a few ideas of a few other things that I can do for you guys to enjoy. In the meantime, I've got a few video series that I can make for YouTube and TikTok and Twitch, and I've got a few ideas. Let's just say that, because like, there's a lot. But yeah, they probably are Jedi. I will be honest. They are. I can probably tell you right now, they are. Which is actually another thing I wanted to bring up, but you just reminded me about it now. Yeah. I'm getting annoyed at TikTok just now, because basically it feels like every second post is some sort of product placement from the TikTok shop or whatever it is, and I really don't like that. And it's like such a pain in the fucking ass all the time. Like, it feels like I'm on like a telly shopping channel when I'm supposed to be looking at like funny videos and stuff like that, and it's like, what the fuck. But like, there's not many other, yeah, exactly, like non-promoted videos have some sort of sales link, and they seem to be getting pushed. Sorry, I tripped up on my words there. They seem to be getting pushed a lot more than, say, other things. And I keep getting spammed from TikTok on the app itself saying, oh, you're invited to TikTok shop, do this. And I'm like, no, I'm not a complete dick, you know? There have been some, yeah, it's just been annoying me. But yeah, like, I'm not trying to make money on TikTok. Like, even people like KSI and all that, who get, you know, over 2 mil views on average a video. In, like, the last time he checked, he only made 3 grand. And with the type of views he pulls in, like, roughly, Like, he should be making a lot more. And that's also why I think, yeah, exactly. Like, I'd rather grow my audience on here, on Twitch, and on YouTube. Just so you guys got context, so over on YouTube. But again, I'll still use TikTok as a tool. It's a tool. It's all I can see it as. And yeah, like, I've just got to start making a bit more content for all like the short form kind of stuff, because that's where I really lack. Like, long form content, I'm great at, especially like gaming videos and stuff like that. I actually get annoyed that we're always told we should be on TikTok for growth. No thanks. Like, TikTok's good for growth, within reason. But I feel like you have to specifically, if you want to grow your Twitch on TikTok, you have to have like something on there that is like, or you have to post like heaps of clips and heaps of Twitch clips all the time. Like, at least 3 clips a day, 2 clips a day, something like that. Just to get any sort of growth. But like, even most of them don't even, like, they might follow you over there, but they won't, you know, equate to actual more average viewers or anything like that, unless they really vibe with your content and stuff like that. Exactly, hollow follows, yeah. But like, again, I think there is potential. Like, there's always been potential. So yeah, like, I think a lot of people can, I don't know, I think people can benefit from TikTok growth and Twitch growth from TikTok, but for every like 1 or 2 followers you get that are actual ones, there's about 10 or 15, you know, hollow follows, as Jedi put. So like, I don't know. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, leave your comments down below, as per usual. You guys know you can come over to twitch.tv Artemis_Eternal, which will also be in the link description below, to come check out, you know, the podcast live. We do them every Thursday, for now. I don't know if we're going to keep doing them on every Thursday, but I will update you guys when and if we do change the date of the podcast. But for right now, yeah, check it out and, you know, come over. We'd love to have you over here. And remember, the podcast is interactive, as Jedi can clearly show. But yeah, like, I also want to talk about some other things. Yeah, come over. Like, I think you should come over. It's some great laughs. We have a little talk before the podcast to make sure that we're talking about some good stuff, some bad stuff, and all that stuff, and all things in between, you know. But yeah, like, I think there's a lot of potential for like things like TikTok content to grow Twitch channels. It's just, I think you have to be careful on how you word things and how you portray yourself over on TikTok as well, to get those Twitch follows, because like, there are people who use a lot of pity to get follows over on Twitch, and that seems to be the meta right now, especially on Twitch and Twitter. To get more Twitch followers is pity and all that stuff, and I don't know, it just, again, feels scummy, and it feels like you're using maybe someone's actual real problems with their Twitch growth and stuff like that. Like, maybe, like, some people do really have those problems, and you're just using it to get a few extra follows. And like, that's what annoys me, is it's they're real situations, just not for that one person. You know? Like, my growth, goes a bit stale sometimes. My follows go a bit stale, like, but you don't see me going, guys, please follow me all the time. I get barely any, like, it's like, what the fuck? Why would you do that? Yeah, paying to get follows, I believe, yeah, that too. Paying to get follows is against TOS. It really is. Support for support is against TOS as well, I'm pretty sure, like, sub for sub and all that stuff is against TOS on Twitch especially. And it's actually stated in YouTube's TOS, subscriber for subscriber is against YouTube's TOS. So if they see one person subbing to a channel, and then that same person is subbing to another, and they're both subbing to each other at the exact same time, it's like, YouTube will crack down on that as well. Like, they do not like sub for sub and all that stuff. Like, they do not like bullshit, bullshit follows, basically. Well, subs. It's so hard to remember that subs on YouTube means follow, and it gets really annoying. But yeah. Again, like, there isn't much they can do either, though, as well as they can only just be like, stop. Like, stop doing sub for sub. They can't heavily enforce it because they can't tell if it's a sub for sub or if it's a genuine, like, they both subbed at the same time just coincidentally. But, like, some of them you can tell, but, like, it's still hard. And, like, I don't know. It annoys me, I guess, to a certain extent, that people do, like, sub for sub and follow for follow and just general support for support. And, like, I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like people who do all that kind of stuff. Like, it feels scummy. Like, same with the people that love to, use pity and like guilt people into following and stuff. Like, it's just so bullshit, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I just hope that the people who do that eventually, get their bullshit. Here's an example. I'm looking to focus on one game particularly. I'm taking the opportunity to interact with streamers, interact on... Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Jedi. Like, you've just got to... If you have a specific game that you're wanting to focus on, like Jedi is, what Jedi is written down is basically perfect, and if you can't read it, just in case the screen's too small or whatever, for you guys over on YouTube, basically what he's saying is, because he's focusing on one game, he's interacting with streamers and interacting with the game in general, and the community on Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and, like, just knowing people in that community. And that's how you grow better than this petty bullshit. It's a lot harder for someone like me, I will admit. Doing variety content does make things a little harder to actually, grow. Like, and I accepted that the second I started doing variety content, though. And there is no one else to blame but me for that. And it's hard work, but I prefer it. And I genuinely enjoy, like, doing variety because it gives me so many more things to focus on. I don't get burned out from one game. I don't go into, like, a hard niche, but, like, again, like you guys know, I skate, I play games, I do podcasts, I do graphic design. 4 things. It's not that varied. They can all be molded into one. It's just they're all, all that stuff. But like, just make sure that like what you're doing is what you want to do. Don't ever do something because you think it's got high numbers, so that means you're going to get more average viewers, but that means you're going to get this, and this. Like, even me, like, I've noticed that I get more average viewers on certain games than others, but I still don't niche down to that one game because it's not a game I enjoy all the time, and I don't just sit there and hope that I blow up on that one game, because I don't want to sit on one game all the time. And again, like, I don't mind making money from Twitch and all that stuff, but it's not necessary for me to do it because I'm enjoying the content I'm creating. It's why I do so many different game videos. It's why I do so many different game streams, graphic design streams, and all that stuff. Like, eventually I will put this whole podcast onto its separate channel and all that stuff, because it will become a once a week thing, or maybe a twice a week thing if I can really find people to talk to and, get on the podcast and stuff like that, no matter how far across the world they are. And just have, like, or even have, like, one person that's pretty frequent as well. Like, just make sure that, that I have at least one niche, and it's not even a full niche, because, like, that'll be talking about a variety of stuff, depending on who's on, depending on who's not on, and all that stuff. Like, I don't just sit here and think, oh, my average viewers or average views on YouTube are high because on this game, and I will go and make a heap of videos on that one game. No, I would rather make one video on that game, one video on the next game, and then the next game, and then the next game, and then do something completely different, maybe, just to change up the content for you guys, and, like, just put out some different variations of content. Like, I love doing variety. It just makes more sense to me. I love to come up with ideas, but I don't like recording them all the time, because some videos I would prefer to do with others, and some games can be like that. Like, I might even see if there's anyone in my circle that is also getting the Saints Row reboot, and we might do a co-op video together as well and stuff like that, and hopefully, like, you guys enjoy that. But, like, it's not a necessary thing. It's not always going to be, a co-op, like, video, but I will be doing this full Saints Row reboot story throughout August, or the rest of August, I should really say. But, like, again, variety is hard work, and I will say, I probably would grow quicker if I niche down to one or two different games, but in one or two different topics maybe, which I kinda do, I kinda don't do, I don't know. But I don't enjoy doing it that way, and again, I will say this, viewers are the smartest people for a streamer to keep them in check, technically. Because they can tell when you're enjoying the content, they can tell when you're not enjoying the content, they can also tell how tired you are, and stuff like that. Like, some creators are damn good at faking being energized and stuff like that. Like, even me, right now, I'll be 100% real, I'm tired as shit, but I'm keeping fast paced, I'm keeping, pretty animated and stuff like that. And it gives some of you guys the illusion of me being energetic and stuff, but the ones who really watch me a lot and stuff like that can tell that I'm probably tired. They can probably see it in how animated I'm being. Like, I'm not being as animated as I usually would, but again, I like to talk about this because like, it lets you guys know that not everyone's 100% all the time. You can never be 100% all the time, and if you are, you're bullshit. I will be honest, you can't be at 100% all the time, because again, real life happens, all that stuff. You could be working like a 12-hour shift, and then you'll be like, oh, I've got to stream tonight because I'm wanting to stream tonight, but I'm tired as shit. I want to make content tonight, but I'm tired as shit. But your viewers won't mind that as long as you're honest about it. Like, don't try and hide it. Try and make it as entertaining as possible, but don't force yourself to make it if you can't be asked to do it. Like, don't overforce yourself. And, like, make good content, but don't always make quality over quantity. But don't always make quantity over quality. Find the balance. Like, you know, you don't always have to be going 100 miles a minute. You could be, one week you could be doing like a full week of videos. Next week you could be doing 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 videos a week. And like, once you get into your balance of what you like to do for videos, then that's where you sit. That's where you sit, that's where you make sure that you're good at. Like, if you can put out banger video after banger video, which you can, no one can, because certain videos do better than others all the time. But if you can put out content that you're happy with consistently, like, even me for example, I know all next week I can have 6-7 videos up at least. I can probably double that if I don't care too much about quality, but because I care about quality, I'm going to leave it to the 7 videos. I might do a double upload on one of the days if I feel like it, but that's if I feel like I've done enough content and it's been good enough content, you know? Like, it's not just been some bullshit, you know? Like, I might make Monday when this comes out, by the way, guys, so a link to that video will be in the description if it's out before the podcast. But like, the secret game that I've been alluding to over the last couple of weeks on stream was supposed to go out yesterday, was supposed to go out and then got delayed to today, but I'm delaying it till, you know, today for you guys on YouTube, or Tuesday, so tomorrow for you guys on YouTube. And it's just up to how I feel, because Sunday will be an editing day for me, Saturday will be a recording day for me most likely, and I probably will record tomorrow a little bit before I go to work. But again, I'm not going to sit there and force myself if I don't feel like I can record, you know? Like, I'm not going to sit there and pretend that, you know, I'm good to record this day, and this day. I'm not going to guarantee that I record the Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but I'm going to aim for that so that I can make consistent weekly content, like, or consistent daily content, because I want to get back to 7 days a week posting, because I enjoy posting for a full week. It's just, I don't find the time sometimes. And that's more to me getting up late and stuff like that. Going to sleep very late and getting up very late. So, like, again, having work and stuff like that has probably helped. I will say that. But it has also hindered it just a slight bit while I get used to it. But again, once I get back to the rhythm of, you know, doing a lot of work and doing more work on top of that, and again, when you think about it, I have the kitchen, the shop, and content creation, so that's damn near 3 jobs. And well, the shop and content creation are my main jobs technically. I wouldn't really count the kitchen as a job, especially considering I'm thinking about dropping that soon, within the next 2 or 3 weeks, maybe in a month. I don't know. We'll see how things go. But once I can guarantee that I can get, you know, decent, consistent weekly work and a few days a week, at my other job, I should be able to do more content creation again. And yeah, like, again, IRL does take priority over content creation, but I still want to make more content than I am currently. So, like, again, if you guys do see, yeah, just in the adaptation phases, exactly. Like, I love to point out the fact that I'm highly adaptable, that I can improvise a lot. I am Twitch's #1 professional. I am YouTube's #1 professional. This is the best podcast in the world on Twitch and YouTube and everywhere else, wherever you're listening from eventually once I get these all put on, places like Spotify and all that stuff. But I just have to, again, take my time and get those sorted out eventually. And hopefully, once I get all that sorted out, you guys can start seeing a lot more content from me and stuff like that. Like, again, this is the best podcast in the world. Way better than Impulsive, like, I'm gunning for a lot of the bigger podcasts. I'm gunning for them. So, like, don't sit there and think that I'm not. But yeah, you got to take over the world, But like I mentioned earlier, because we've not even talked about the reboot too much, but we have talked about my plan for content creation. We've touched on Central Reboot a little bit, but that's also part of my plan for content creation over the next few weeks, once it comes out, because currently for me, it is the 4th of August, 2022. Central Reboot comes out 23rd of August, this year. And yeah, so again, like I said before I started the podcast today, I will be doing mainly YouTube content on it first, aside from like maybe some side missions if I feel like doing it on stream after like the podcast or something like that. Again, another reason for you guys over on YouTube to come check out the streams and stuff like that, because you might see some extra, content. But I will be doing a lot more content that I can do on stream, YouTube, and like shorts and stuff like that. But hopefully, I think you guys should jump over. But again, the same thing goes for you guys on Twitch. You guys should go and check out the YouTube, because you guys don't always see everything. Hey Bitsy, how you doing? But yeah, like, again, we've just got to make some content and stuff like that, and we've got to get stream content made so that we can also put that onto YouTube and stuff like that. But like, again, we've just got to make sure that we know what we're doing and where we're going with the whole content creation thing. But again, like I said, Central stuff, when the reboot comes out, will be a big part of the channel. I will be messing about with a lot of the open world and stuff like that. There will be some ones. Am I? Oh, thank you, Bitsy. But yeah. Whoopsies. But yeah. Thanks for that. But apparently I was in the Apex category. The Apex Legends category on Twitch. So we did a whole fucking damn near podcast in the Apex Legends category on Twitch. So that's amazing. See, again, I'm Twitch's #1 professional. Can't you tell? At least I don't do the same thing on YouTube, right? Exactly. Like, we are 10 out of 10 the best Twitch streamers in the world. And yeah, like, I can, again, I'm making more content out of my fuck up, as per usual, because I improvise and I'm going with this off the top of my head, and as I'm talking about it, you guys are listening about it, it's getting inside your head. But again, you guys should definitely check out the streams over on Twitch. So again, YouTube guys, come over to Twitch. Twitch guys, go over to YouTube. You know the deal. But yeah, like, I'm excited for these next few weeks of content creation because I do have a lot of ideas. There's going to be a few Minecraft videos, there's going to be a few Trek to Yomi videos, there's going to be a few Hitman videos, and a few other videos in between that are going to be surprises. But yeah. So on that note, I think we're going to end the world's best podcast there. And yeah. So yeah, it's going to be good, it's going to be fun. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And yeah. Happy streaming, happy viewing, happy skating. And see you guys later. Peace.